Welcome to Fan for Racing Radio. I'm Fan for Racing Sharon, and joining me today is Jay Huseman, and we are here for our Charlotte review of the NASCAR Truck Series. It was an amazing race for Corey Heim. It certainly was Heim time.
It was, and this time it comes with a little bit of things in their favor. Again, had a dominant truck. We saw that, led 6 times for 98 laps, but able to finish it. Again, he's had so many. And when we look at the standings, we'll look at how many wins he could possibly have, but it's probably double what he's got. So this time, again, things just kind of worked in his favor. And you like to see it once in a while where the best truck wins the race.
Yes, indeed. Corey Heim ran away with the NASCAR Truck Series race at Charlotte. This time, he didn't just slam the door on his Craftsman Truck Series competition. He nailed it shut. Heim's 3 previous 25 wins notwithstanding, the driver of the number 11 Tricon Garage Toyota has had difficulty closing out races with a dominant truck this season. But he dominated and won the North Carolina Education Lottery 200 at Charlotte Motor Speedway on Friday night. Now, the win was his 4th of the season and the first at Charlotte and his 15th in his career. He is the youngest driver to reach 15 career wins in the Truck Series because he now ties Matt Crafton with 15 wins. Heim started 3rd. He won both opening stages and led a race high 98 laps of the 134. He now has led over 700 laps this season. That's the most in series history at this point in the season. He really made some history on Friday night. Ross Chastain held the lead for 11 laps, but ended up finishing 2nd, an astounding 6 seconds behind Corey Heim. Now, Caden Honeycutt, Lane Riggs, Kyle Busch, and Grant Enfinger, along with Matt Mills, Daniel Hemrick, Raja Caruth, and Brandon Jones, rounded out the top 10 finishers. The number 17 of Gio Rogerio scored his first career pole for the race. He led 2 laps, but ended up finishing in 21st place. Andreas Perez de Lara in 16th was the highest finishing rookie of that race. So he really made some history. And I know when we talk to the points, we'll mention another astounding fact with regard to Corey Heim as well. But let's talk about those race results. And the fastest lap of the race actually goes to the number 11 in lap 40 at 30.409. So some amazing stats for Corey Heim in this race.
That's why I wasn't sure if you were going to hit that one. But, yeah, there were some more stats to put with Corey Heim there with that fastest lap award. So, obviously, there isn't a whole lot more to say. And we've seen this before and him just not get the finish. So, I know people don't like to see domination and whatnot, but I felt like it was time he deserved to reap the reward of what they put in. You know, and I'm not one of, yes, it was a dominant performance, so you kind of expected to see him win it, but I still thought it was a good race, and you got some great storylines in and amongst the rest of the field and throughout the race. Ross Chastain, we know, comes back, only runs limited truck starts, finishing 2nd. But to see Caden Honeycutt, Lane Riggs right there behind him, Kyle Busch in 5th, kind of expected, again, maybe see him be the one to prevent Heim from getting that victory. Not as big a factor as I would have thought. You had Grant Enfinger, who did the double, running the ARCA Menards series race, help out the team and fill in as a driver, coming home in 6th. But also then Raja Caruth, and just outside, you mentioned a couple of the young drivers, Jake Garcia. Well, he's not just outside the top 10. Where'd Gio go? 21st. To get his first career pole, had a decent run, obviously did not get the finish. But again, just to see them develop, that's part of that of for me, of as a race fan, you can't just look at the finishing results and go, oh, this was a good or bad race.
Right.
There's storylines all throughout here. One great one, Stuart Friesen, 13th place finish. Why is that great? He started 32nd because he didn't get to qualify because he had an electrical issue. And if you know anything about his season, he was probably just happened to have gotten to run 1 or 2 laps because that's the kind of season they've been having. So to see him get in there and finish 13th. The other one I want to shout out, 15th, BJ McLeod in a Spire Motorsports truck, the 07 this week, with a 15th place finish. I thought was great.
Yes, it was. And I'm going to cover the drivers that kind of ran into some problems with this race. And I'm going to start with the person who is showing as dead last. Chandler Smith did have an accident that took him out early in this race. Then you've got Justin Carroll, had a suspension issue on lap 75, took him out early. Ty Majeski actually finished the race running, but he was well back and even behind some of the other drivers that had issues. Dawson Sutton, one of the rookies, had a drive shaft issue that took him out of the race early. Those are the only drivers that did not finish the race. The drivers that finished all 434 laps of this race ended with Tyler Ankrum in the 12th place finish. So only 12 cars finished all 134 laps. The rest of the cars, down to Tony Breidinger, who finished in 30th place, all finished a lap or more down. So unfortunate, but it does happen. And Ty Majeski just having a horrible season this year.
Certainly not coming off the championship again. Of thinking, expecting more from him. Not just coming off the championship, but year in and year out. One of those of bug bitten, whatever it is. Chandler Smith. I still think when we look at the points, I know it's going to look kind of lopsided and dominant by Corey Heim, which it has been. But I think Chandler Smith, and I said this at the beginning of the year when he returned to the Truck Series, that I felt like he was already a championship contender. And he is certainly the one you got to look at of being able to mix it up with that number 11 Tricon team of Corey Heim when it comes down to the championship. Consistently, we've seen some others that have those good races here or there, a little bit of a streak, got the win. But I think consistent-wise, I think Chandler Smith is your top competitor going to try and race it out there with Corey Heim.
Yes, indeed. And we'll take a look at the series point standings. This is where Corey Heim's made history. He's got a commanding lead in the series point standings.
It is now up to 100 points overall over Chandler Smith in second. The playoff points, and this is going to be so huge when it comes time for the playoffs. Right now has 28 playoff points. Chandler Smith in second has 11. And en route right now, as it appears to be, to the regular season championship, that's another 15, whereas second place, if it is Chandler Smith, would only get 10. So that's another 5-point gap that's going to be built up. And nobody else even has double digits. Let's see. Tyler Ankrum has 6. Daniel Hemrick have 5. Both of those coming off a win for the 5 and then a stage win for Tyler Ankrum. Now, Grant Enfinger, next in line there in 5th, has 2 stage wins. Lane Riggs in that same boat in 6th. Then you have Caden Honeycutt, Jake Garcia, mentioned Ty Majeski, just a little bit of a rough season in 9th. And Stuart Friesen is now in 10th at your cut line at 291 points. Gio Ruggiero, rookie, is 7 points back. Ben Rhodes, another one I know that's a 2-time champion, 10 points behind Stuart Friesen. Rajah Caruth, I just haven't seen what we've seen from him in the past. And it's not like they're having a rough season. It's just they were on an upward swing and they seem to have lost that momentum. You know, again, good, solid runs, but that's what that gets you in the Truck Series right now, 13th in points and just under 20 points behind Stuart Friesen.
Yeah, what's amazing though, Jay, is that margin of points in the series point standings is the largest ever in the series.
Wow, had not seen that. That's what you were alluding to of history making. And you're right, across the board of number of wins at the youngest age, all these records that Corey Heim is now starting to break or put up in his own name. Certainly going to be, and we still got, 15 races? I know we're down to, I think, 7 for the regular season and then 8 for the playoffs, I believe.
Yes. So I look for him to continue to break records throughout the remainder of his time in the Truck Series. So, and even in the NASCAR's top 3, I think he's going to be breaking records all over the place.
Well, and we saw that a few weeks ago when he made a start for this time 2311, Denny Hamlin and Michael Jordan's team. He was the top finishing driver for that organization, finishing 13th. Obviously, there was some bad luck and incidences involved in that, but I mean, that tells you.
It does indeed. Okay, so anything more that you want to mention before we move on, Jay?
Well, looking at, and I don't have the schedule pulled up, but I think it could be an interesting stretch run here to the playoffs. We've seen Lane Riggs in second, battling, trying to take the win, however necessary, in the past couple of weeks. So we know he's on the verge, and we saw that last year. Grant Infinger, one of the most solid veteran drivers, we saw that last year as well. You get hot at the right time. The other one, though, that I say is just the most consistent is Tyler Ankrum. Again, only the 1 win and 1 stage win, but he is in the 4th spot. Again, just that last little nudge or piece that they need to be a weekly top contender and maybe have a shot at the championship. Daniel Hemrick, the only other one with a win as far as regular drivers. Not to say it was by luck. Again, they're having a very solid season and got the 1 victory, but you can't compete then head-to-head with somebody that, mention that, has 4 victories, and off the top of my head, I know we could name at least 3 more that he really probably should have won. I mean, honestly, if not
they were
more.
Literally taken away from him, I think, in some of those cases.
Well, the electrical issue was one of them, where he was up front and the truck just started getting cut off. There was one that was taken away from him, yes. And there was one where they did it themselves and on pit road and penalties, and they got to the back and just, 5-10 more laps maybe, and he'd have been back up where he should have been. So like I said, I have at least 3 more victories, if not more, out of the 11 here. He's right now just shy. He's got 4 out of the 11. It's not quite 50%.
Even with the DQ, because he did get a DQ in one of those cases. Even with that DQ, though, Corey Heim has shown that he is a proficient driver, that he knows how to win races. And I do think that even if he wins the championship, I don't think he has anything to hang his head about, unless he gets more DQs.
Right.
But I don't think that I don't think that DQ really mars his talent as a driver.
It doesn't. And I will say this, and I think back to William Byron. He did everything that, whatever, I don't remember how far back I got to go, but I want to say 2018, but I might be wrong, did everything that year but win the championship. A blown motor in the cutoff race is actually what bumped him out, and he came back, and statistics-wise, if he'd have been in the playoffs, he would have won the championship type deal. And that's the way it goes. I know it's heartbreaking, but if you know that, you had the truck and the team, I'm not saying it equates and fills that hole of disappointment by any means, but like you said, they can hold their head high. We'll have to see. Hopefully we don't see that with Corey Heim, but like I said, Chandler Smith, Daniel Hemrick, again, just that him and Tyler Ankrum are kind of in that same boat to me of, man, just a little bit more and they'll be in it. And then you got teams like Ty Majeski, Ben Rhodes, if they figure out what's not getting them in it, and we know they can, because both of them prior champions, Ty Majeski being the defending champion. So we'll have to wait and see, but I think it's going to be an interesting last 7 races here to get to the playoffs, and then we'll talk about the playoffs.
Yes, indeed. Okay, we'll make that the end of our review for the NASCAR Truck Series. Do watch for more coming soon. 5 races this weekend, and we've got reviews for all 5. You've got NASCAR's top 3 plus 2 ARCA races, 1 for the ARCA Menard Series and 1 for the ARCA West. So we are also going to be back for our Hot Topic Sound Off segment that will be at 10 o'clock Eastern time tonight, hopefully with Chris Crichton as well as Jay and myself. We've got quite a few things that we've got to talk through.
All right. Looking forward to it.
Okay, well, thank you for watching, everybody. We do appreciate it, and we'll look forward to seeing everybody in the next video. Take care, everybody.